So you want to improve, but there's so many people everywhere telling you to do different things, and you don't really know what to do, so you just kind of get stuck. Here's how you figure out what to do in order to improve. Self-improvement has become a huge thing, and there's this mess of information all over the place of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And you might say that I'm contributing to that mess by making videos such as this one. And to that I say, who needs a coffee cause I'm doing a run? Anyways, it's kind of hard to know what to do. We all know the basic things that everyone recommends. We should journal, read, meditate, work out, and eat well. But besides those, there are a million things to do in this world. Literally anything. And honestly, self-improvement has to be balanced with things that are truly enjoyable. And I don't mean like indulging in video games. I mean that we should do things like go hiking in the mountains, which is a lovely experience, but it's not necessarily self-improvement. But when it comes to things that we want to do to actually grow as people, I've come up with something that might help you decide what to do. It's well known that we grow from discomfort and we get worse from comfort. So there we have it, right? Why make it harder than that? Everything can be measured in comfort, and the level of comfort something holds usually dictates how much you can grow from it. Growth often stems from discomfort, but we have to keep in mind that we usually have to choose to grow from it as well. You don't automatically grow from all discomfort. Let's say a close family member dies. You wouldn't measure that in comfort generally. You wouldn't say that's uncomfortable. You would say that's very sad. But let's say we do measure these things in comfort. If we would, the death of a family member would clearly be very uncomfortable. And what is uncomfortable is something that you might grow from. Now, obviously, this is a very harsh example and you wouldn't want this to happen. There's other ways to grow. But as we learned from the Stoics, this is outside of our control. The person died. Only you can decide how it affects you and what you can do with what is actually in your control. So moving away from that kind of extreme example, when it comes to actually choosing between things that you can grow from, just aim to do things that are as uncomfortable as possible, while it preferably is something that is actually good for you and while it still won't actually damage you or damage the people around you. Obviously, it's a bad idea to shoot yourself in the foot. No one's gonna gain anything from that. But it's not a bad idea to take an ice bath in a frozen lake. I actually tried that for the first time recently. There's a frozen lake nearby and there was a hole drilled in the ice, and let's just say it was fairly uncomfortable. But as I believe most of us know by now, deliberate cold exposure has some incredible effects on our well-being. Even though it's very uncomfortable, we should seek discomfort, and measuring things in discomfort is a great guideline to find what things we will grow from. It has been shown that many of the positive effects from cold exposure actually comes from us knowing that we're doing that to ourselves. The fact that we feel like we're in charge because we decided to put ourselves through that discomfort willingly. That's right. The positive effects of discomfort is not just something that people say. It has actually been scientifically proven. That's something I personally find very interesting. So basically, we should always strive to do things that A, are uncomfortable, B, have actual positive effects, and C, won't harm anyone. Besides like martial arts and similar things. Don't use the no harm thing to not do uncomfortable things that would actually allow you to grow. So go find something uncomfortable to do and earn your sleep.